Hello, fans, collectors, investors. Welcome back to Iconic Baseball. I'm Iconic Al, and this is my passion project. This is my collecting focus. It is the 100 greatest and most iconic ball players in baseball history. I am presenting that list on this channel from the bottom up, and today we are at number 36 on the list. This is quite simply an offensive wrecking ball. This man has more home runs than any first baseman. Period. That's it. I'm sure I speak for most baseball fans when I say how thrilling it was to watch him punctuate his career last year with an exclamation point, getting to the 700 home run mark, a plateau that has only been reached by Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, and Babe Ruth. Beyond that, a man who compiled 101.6 WAR, won 3 MVP awards, and 2 World Series rings. You all know who I'm talking about, of course. It is the Machine, Albert Pujols.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Hey, there he is, the Machine.
What are you talking about?
That's what they call you, right? Machine?
I'm not a machine.
Not a machine, the Machine, right?
Guys, I'm not a machine, okay? I'm just Albert.
Whatever.
Not a machine.
Why didn't you eliminate them, Albert?
Shut up.
Albert Pujols was really good. Where does he fit among the all-time greats? Well, he was one of only 4 players in Major League Baseball history with 6,000 total bases. The other 3 players, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and Stan Musial. And among first basemen on my list, I have him ranked 3rd behind Lou Gehrig and Jimmy Foxx. That's the caliber player that we're talking about here. Over the course of his 21-year career, he amassed 101.6 WAR and compiled staggering numbers: 3,384 hits, 703 home runs, 686 doubles, 2,218 RBIs. I mean, the guy was just, well, for lack of a better word, a machine. He hit .296 for a career with a .374 on base percentage, and if you look deeper into some of those more modern metrics, a .918 OPS and a .145 OPS plus. Extremely elite. And if you want plate discipline, he basically walked the same number of times as he struck out: 1,373 walks, 1,404 strikeouts. If you want MVP awards, he won 3 of them and came in second 4 times. If you want championships, 2-time World Series champion. In fact, in 77 postseason games, which is about a half a season, he hit .323 with a .431 on base. In that half season of postseason play, 19 home runs, 54 RBIs. Just a complete monster in the postseason. He won a batting title, and he won 2 Gold Glove awards, which he really doesn't get much credit for. I don't think he's really thought of these days as a defensive first baseman, but at one time he was. As someone born and raised in Pittsburgh, my most vivid memories of Albert Pujols were painful ones. Basically, he crushed the Pirates. Every time he came into PNC Park, he basically busted out the whooping stick on the Pirates. That's one thing that I remember. Every time the Cardinals came in, Pujols was just an animal at PNC Park. In fact, I actually looked at the numbers today. Turns out, versus the Pirates, in his career, 197 games, he hit .354 with a .444 on base against the Pirates in his career, including 57 home runs in those 197 games. And at PNC Park, he has 35 career home runs, which is the most of his career at any visiting ballpark. So, turns out my memories were accurate, which, when I think back about it, that was a silver lining, because I very early on got a very good look at Albert Pujols. and saw the kind of player he was in his games against the Pirates, which prompted me to go out and acquire a couple key Albert Pujols items, a couple of which you see here. They're ones that I've had with me since my college days. The baseball is one that I picked up in the mid-2000s in the early few years of Albert Pujols' career. He had just established himself as a superstar in the league, and his autograph did change over the years, and this is his early signature. This shape of his A changed significantly as he progressed through his career, and today it looks much different than this autograph. So this is his early signature. This is on a Bud Selig ball. This is done through Steiner. Back in the old days when, Steiner used to give you a, matching hologram in a felt bag. But this is a early Steiner Sweet Spot Pujols, which I love. One of the top 3 first basemen in baseball history. Very happy to have it. And then the other one that I picked up early on, probably around that same time period, 2004, 2005. This is a 2002 Bowman Heritage Albert Pujols autograph, which it's a big time card now. Remember back in the day, I think I might have spent $80 on it, which was a lot to spend back then. But this is one that I'm really excited about. As I mentioned on my previous Jeter video, one that I will have graded eventually, because I do believe it has very high grade potential. The centering is beautiful, the image is beautiful, the autograph is perfect, and it's a second year Pujols autograph. So it's a very important card. And to this day, still the most beautiful Albert Pujols card I've ever seen in my life. And it has that early signature that I was talking to you about. All right, so that's my early pickups for Pujols. And then my more recent pickup, this is an interesting case study on strategy. So I'll walk you through my process on this card. This is one that I picked up a couple of years ago because I really wanted to add an Albert Pujols rookie card to my collection. I didn't have one, and I really felt like I needed one. So I was looking around at various images of 2001 Pujols cards, and I kept settling on this Bowman image. It's an important image in the hobby. That shot of him finishing the swing is one that we see on his first Bowman auto, which, goes for crazy amounts of money. This one being a much more affordable option, but still having the iconic photo of Pujols, the image of him finishing that swing, is one that I wanted. So I started looking at the base cards of 2001 Bowman, and PSA has graded 2,400 of those. And so I was looking at PSA 9s, they're 858 on the Pop Report currently, and I didn't see a ton of value there. But then I started looking at these Bowman Golds. This is actually a little known parallel where the signature here is in gold versus the standard black. Many people don't even know these exist. They aren't really hyped too much. But then I started looking into those, and it turns out they're about 6 times more rare based on the population reports. PSA has only graded 408 total, with only 143 9s and 50 10s. So I started looking at the price comp between the base 2001 Bowman and the Golds. And I was kind of stunned. And I still am, because even after 2 years, there really isn't much of a spread between the Bowman base and these much more scarce Bowman Golds. So obviously, I thought, okay, well, that offers value, because we're talking about a pop 143 with only 50 higher. The base goes for between 150 and 200 right now, and the gold goes for between 220 and 240. So, not really much of a spread there, even though you have that kind of 6 times rarer spread on the Pop Report. So that, I thought, and still offers great value for what it is. Well, that is my Albert Pujols collection: a rookie parallel, a signed baseball, and an early Bowman Heritage auto. As always, I thank you for joining me. I'm so thankful for this community and that I've sort of found this medium to share my collection and engage with this collecting world. Until next time, keep collecting and stay iconic.